I probably shouldn't say this, but man to man, you gotta normalize telling a woman that she is not who she thinks she is. Many of them need this reality check desperately. All these modern, useless women getting hyped up 24/7. Instagram likes, DMs, you a queen, go girl comment. That's all bullshit. Free attention everywhere. Now your average woman thinks she's some rare, once in history type. It's a delusion epidemic. These women are getting 5 compliments a day, and suddenly they believe she's a 10 who offers value, deserves perfection, and every man below baller status is some dusty, raggedy fixture. Social media, honestly, cooked everyone's self-awareness. Attention inflated a female's ego massively. I probably shouldn't say this, but
That is true. Social media definitely done mess the game up with everything. I'm not even going to talk about women right now, just for everything, because people value things more. Even when I was younger, I'm 27 now. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm that old, but even when I was younger, there was a lot of real world stuff. Like it was a lot of me. I would go to my friends' crib and do whatever, right? I'll knock on my friend's door and be like, "Yo, I'll see you tomorrow, right? I'll see you tomorrow." We can't even talk until the next day. We can't talk until next week. We can't talk until Monday. It's Friday. We can't talk until Monday, right? The anticipation was there, and we value things more. Now with social media, you got every girl thinking she a 10. People seeing stuff that they were not even meant to see. Or people across the people getting flown out by. Think about it like this: our grandparents was not getting flown out by Babe Ruth and Wilt Chamberlain. You know what I'm saying? It was not. It didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It didn't make sense. Now people devalue true relationships. They throw them away because they feel like they're more valuable than they actually are. Then when reality finally kicks in years and years later, now they feel crazy because they are back to reality and they understand like they were missing out on real men. I was talking to somebody about this. Back in the days, it probably was hard in this sense, but when you had no cell phones, no phones, all that stuff, if you see a girl you like, or vice versa, you see a guy you like, both parties were making their move. If a girl see a guy she like, she's dropping her handkerchief, she's making her move. She's cutting them off like, oh sorry. She's making her move because she's like, I'm never gonna see this nigga again, right? The dude making his move because he like, yo, she looks like a nice, okay, making my move. And if they argue or they have a disagreement, they are not just cutting each other off. They are not just cutting each other off because of that. No, they are like, we are going to work this through because I like you and I want this to work out. But now everybody's easily disposable to everybody because people think that they have more options than they actually do. And a lot of times when it comes to like social media, the psyop between men and women are different. Men's For You page would be the, yo, get your ish right. You're broke, you're poor. Get up, keep going. The women's, we want like, you go girl, you're this, you're worth more. So I noticed that the social media is convincing women that they don't need men or they're of more high value than they actually are. And that men ain't this. They're convincing women to be a worse and worse wife to men and that they shouldn't even be wives. Trying to kill the population off and they want them to stop having kids and all these things. Then eventually, once they get to a certain age where they realize, dang, they do want kids, they're 30 something, they do want a family, they will go back. But their mind is already psyoped by social media and the government. Now they would rather be with a guy who doesn't even care about them and be the eighth man on his roster just because he's rich. And the guy doesn't care about him at all. She'd rather just be on his roster and still probably not have no kids and just hang around him and get ran through the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. It's crazy how that works, man.